Alright, and with that it begins. Welcome everyone to the Reddit UHC World Cup 2018. This is my first ever recorded round, so that's pretty cool. I'm very nervous of my footage screwing up, but I've done lots of tests, so I should be okay. Yeah, I'd imagine, I don't really imagine a lot of people will be watching my point of view, but for those who are watching and don't know me, I'm Talon, and this UHC I'm representing Greece, which is where I grew up. I'm not living in Greece currently, I'm in England, so yeah. I lived in Greece until I was 10, then I moved to England. I'm 15 now, and yeah, my real name is George, but I go by Talon when I'm online. I don't really know how many people from the UHC community know me. I don't talk to people very often, but it's kind of when I do talk to people, I talk to them a lot, if you see what I mean. Also, please forgive any bad commentary, because my commentary is going to be bad. This is my first time ever doing this, and forgive my bad gameplay as well, because I don't play UHC very often. So yeah, one of the options the organisers opened up to here was you're allowed to do certain episodes in your own native language. So, should I make it to episode 3? Episode 3 is going to be in Greek, and I will be subtitling that. So, yeah, if you want to hear some Greek, you can watch that episode. I'm nowhere near as good at Greek as I am at English. Like, I mean, I've done my GCSEs in Greek when I'm starting my GCSEs in other subjects next year. Yeah, so I guess you could say I'm decent at Greek, but I mean, when it comes to like holding a basic conversation, I'm not going to be good at that, and let alone commentating for 20 minutes. Like, if you haven't noticed, I'm already struggling in English, so God knows how I'm going to do this in Greek. I should probably stop gathering wood and get some animals. I need more apples though. Where did I even start? So, yeah, let me talk about my skin a bit. You might have guessed by my skin, but I do like Pokemon. Pokemon is my favourite game series, and my favourite game is Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Time. That game is very emotional. I might have cried at the end a lot. What's my brightness? Right, I cannot see shit in this cave. That's a spawner. Hello. Oh god. I really don't want to be first damage. I need torches. There's some cold. For some reason this monitor's really dark. Like, what I've got right now is I've got my main monitor that I use for games in front of me, and then I've got my side monitor which has my OBS recording up to check everything's going smoothly on the side, and for some reason I can see this whole cave really well on my main screen, but I can't see anything on the side screen. Okay, anyway, let's try and break into the spawn and maybe get, if we're very lucky, an enchanted book. Is that spiders? That's spiders, isn't it? No, is that zombies or spiders? I can't tell because Tommy's face is in the way. I think that's zombies, yeah. So we're just gonna break it. We're not going to be able to make a grinder out of that. Oh, okay, I'm not first damage anyway. I'm just going to leave all of these because I can't get horses anyway. Anyway, visibility should now be better now that I have torches. I mean, I've watched plenty of RRs and I do know how annoying it is when you can't see anything because the person doesn't use torches, so yeah. There's also editing. Editing is kind of, I don't know, I've never done anything with editing before, but I do have a software. I picked up Sony Vegas 14, I think it was, on a deal for £20. Normally it's a lot more than that, and an amount that I can't afford, but for some reason I have 7 string. Oh yeah, I got some from the dungeon chest, didn't I? That's great. Yeah, so I picked up Vegas when I normally couldn't have afforded it. I go on a Humble Bundle deal. Like, I get half my stuff nowadays, so I mean, it's going to take a lot of getting used to, but I do think I'm going to give, like, editing these episodes kind of a good go. Although that also depends on when the season airs, because I do have my exams very soon. I have my English exams next week, my GCSE mocks, and I have my Greek A-level, after which I can finally stop Greek lessons forever, which is something I've been trying to do for years now. That's in a month. So yeah. This is at the time of recording, which we're recording this at the end of April. I'm not sure when it'll be going up. But yeah. The editing will also hopefully compress my file size a bit, because right now, when I upload a 30-minute video, it takes like 5 or 6 hours to upload, so that's not ideal. Yeah. Sorry if I'm kinda changing topics rapidly. I'm not really good at maintaining one topic, so the best I can really do is just try and get out as many as possible. I don't really know how good the people in this game are. I know Kinako's pretty good. Speedo's a god, so I'm gonna try avoid fighting him. It's also turning night, so I should probably get down underground. I've got more than enough food at this point. So yeah, we'll try and find a cave here and get under. I mean, I think Sir's good, but I'm not sure. Joey's okay. Yeah, I don't really know much about anyone else's skill. Fancy and I are pretty evenly matched. He's really the one person I've talked to a lot out of here. Him and Joey, I suppose. Yeah, I don't talk to too many people out of the Discord community. No, not Discord, sorry, Reddit. As I was saying earlier. I'd like to kinda get to know the D&D guys like Quill and Lord a bit better, because Quill and I seem to have so much in common that I think it's a shame we don't talk a lot more than we do. Like, we're both into metal and rock, we're both into Pokemon, we're both into D&D, and we both play UHC, so yeah, we have a lot in common. Is it possible to get locked up in Minecraft? I don't know what that means. But I imagine it's not a good thing that Isaac has done to himself. I haven't been paying attention to chat at all, and I probably should be. Anyway, we can make ourselves some armour here. We need more stone. That's not something you find yourself out of very often. But hey, things happen. So, 2 furnaces probably isn't going to be enough, but well. Oh, that was weird. I think that's an Arctic thing. So yeah, games I play outside of Minecraft, as I mentioned before, I play Pokemon a lot. I really like CSGO, I love that game, but that doesn't change the fact that I'm really bad at it. Like, I'm not going to go into ranks, because I know a lot of people watching me won't play CSGO, but let's just say I'm very near the bottom with 500 hours, which really should get me further than I have got. But yeah, I enjoy that game for what it is. Overwatch, I love the game, but I stopped playing that because it felt like every match I was playing had at least one thrower or guy who just left before it was over. So yeah, I wasn't really. I lost my train of thought. This needs to stop happening. Oh yeah, yeah, I remember what I was talking about. I was talking about Overwatch, and how throwers ruin every game. I mean, I don't really get people who start playing games and don't finish them, because from the short time in which I did play Overwatch, one thing I learned is that the game's never over, really. It's always possible to recover. And that applies to any game, really. Oh well, any game I know. Another of my kind of favourite, not games to play, but game variants is I love doing Nuzlocke, and for those of you who are unfamiliar, a Nuzlocke is a particularly hard rule set on the Pokemon game, which what it means is that basically if you've played Pokemon, you know that Pokemon fainting is a very common occurrence. And in Nuzlocke, if a Pokemon faints, you have to consider it dead and it can't be used again. And in addition to that, you can only count one Pokemon per route. So, yeah. I kind of like creating stories out of my Nuzlocke, and like how, yeah, I don't like it when Nuzlocke are too easy, because that's boring, but at the same time I don't like it when they're too hard, and you're just losing Pokemon left and right. What I do like is when you have a kind of combination of both, and you lose a lot of Pokemon, but at the same time you can recover, and it makes for a really nice kind of comeback story, which some people who know me know that I do like writing stories. I have a Pokemon fanfic going called Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Eye of the Storm. That's a really fun project to work on. I enjoy it a lot. Basically what it is we're a group that each crafts their own story in a world which is shared between each team. So each writer or each team, which can be writers, artists, and the like. I'm currently pretty much the only one on my team. I do technically have 2 teammates, but they're inactive. And yeah, so I'm basically keeping my team afloat by myself, and we're currently, I think I'm the only one who's released chapter 2 of that. You can find the story over at my Wattpad if you're interested, which is just wattpad.com/TomRaker422. Oh boy. Everyone's going to see how inept I am at digging to sounds here. I cannot dig to sounds, like, if my life depended on it, I could not dig to the sound. Like, I have no idea if this skeleton is, like, above me, below me, or what. This would be a lot easier if I had X-ray. That's a joke. I wouldn't X-ray. I've cheated once in this game. That was on Hypixel. And then I realised that I just don't find cheating fun. I prefer to play legit, so I haven't cheated since. Is this... oh, damn it. Great. Well, we know where the skeleton is now, and we also know why going after it was completely useless, because it's on the damn surface. Damn it, I'm going to take damage. Oh, I'm taking lots of damage. Nope. Okay, that is the end of episode 1. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one.